Well, when I left Sheffield at 6 o'clock this morning, it was about 4 degrees. We've had loads of rain in Sheffield over the last few days. No frosts. As we've come further south, it's just got colder and colder and colder. Today is the goldenrod qualifier at Barston Lakes. It's not very light, I do apologise for that, but obviously that's what happens in winter. And you can probably just make out there's a large proportion of the lake that's actually frozen. I think we're going to be drawing about 8:30, 8:45, something like that. It's just gone 8 o'clock. I think they're just going to go out in the boat. Phil Briscoe's taking money anyway, so they must be confident that the match is going to be able to go ahead. It's a feeder match, so obviously ice breaking is not really an option, like it is when you're pole fishing. But yeah, I don't know if you'll make it out on this camera, but all the way down this bank, this is called the river bank because that's the river. As you can see, it's not looking too good at the minute. Just been told they might be just about to go out on the boat. But anyway, I've got Dad with me. Just had a big breakfast. Everyone's in there, there's a good buzz, but like I said, we just want the match to go ahead at this stage. So we're going to nip back inside, have a cup of tea and find out what's happening. Well, they're still out there breaking the ice. All the lads have kind of agreed just to let them stay out there breaking the ice until the start of the match. It's not the ideal scenario, but at least it might mean that everyone's going to have a little bit of a free peg to fish. Obviously, as you know, it's a feeder match, so they need plenty of water to have a go at. I've drawn peg 90, just heading down there now. Another glimpse at the lake. Looks like there's ice everywhere still, but I'm actually the last peg in B zone. And this is the zone that's got 3 banks in it, so it's everybody to my left along that bottom bank, and then all the pegs through the 50s, and I think the first peg is about 46, I think it is, which will be about, could be about opposite where I am. I don't think I'll be setting too much kit up, but I'm just going to get down now, get set up and just kind of see what kind of open water we're actually faced with. Well, the match is going ahead. Like I said, I'm on peg 90. It's actually free from ice at the minute. I'd rather be where I am now than one peg to my right, because peg 91 is the first peg in that third zone, zone C, which means you're up against the pegs in the 120s, going up to 124. So I wonder if you could just make out on the camera. It is clear at the moment. There's a breeze blowing, which it should help break up the ice as well, but it might also move some ice. But yeah, Ria, got a ticket. Simple approach wherever happens today. I think I'm going to put at least one skimmer line in, just in case it's mega hard. I'm going to have a chuck for a Carp F1 early, long. I don't know what long is here. It could be 50 metres, maybe. I don't know if you can go past that range. I'll find out, but I'm going to get some kit out. Traditionally, whenever Martinidis comes on these matches with me, there's one nemesis that he's got that he always has a pound with. Martin's not here. He's already qualified. That a lot of people obviously know about at Larford. Here he is, Mr. Sutton.
Hi guys, we're having a pound today, me and Martin are, without Martin being here. Jamie's fishing for him. I'm
going to represent Martin today, so we are actually going to have we never draw anywhere near each other. He's the next angler to me, and in that hat, wouldn't you want to take a pound off? Is it a pound or a dollar?
A dollar. Let's have a dollar.
We're having a dollar, so best of luck, mate.
Good luck.
I'm going to be able to keep my eye on you. I'm facing left, so
absolutely, I'm facing right, so
oh, yeah.
Keep my eye on you.
And Dad's going to be the go-between. I think he's going to be keeping scores. Fed my 2 skimmer lines and one a chuck long. The great big sheet of ice has just blown right across my peg. So I'm just going to take 2 minutes out to let it pass. Hopefully it's the last piece. It's about 25 metres out. I don't want to risk a bad cast on that first chuck out there into that open water. Bovril time. Just had a couple of liners on the first couple of casts in. Past the first hour and nothing else has happened. I had a couple more long casts, time wise, no sign whatsoever. But an hour and 50 minutes in, I just gone to have a look on my longest skimmer line. This is my third cast. I haven't had a sign yet, so I'm just going to have one more cast on it. If I don't get anything or I can't seem to trigger anything, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of bait on it, leave it, and then go back looking for a carp basically. I haven't heard of any other fish caught as yet, but I haven't really spoke to anybody. Alan at the next peg, he's got a skimmer about 1.5 pounds, but I think his plan is to ignore carp. He's just going to fish for skimmers from start to finish and just try and build a weight that way. He's obviously not confident the carp are going to feed, so I'm going to have one more cast on this and then go looking for a carp. Just coming up to an hour and a half in, and one or two people walking around just let me know how hard it's fishing. One of the lads just walked around and he says he's only heard of 3 or 4 skimmers caught and 1 F1. But that's not by one person, that's just by individuals. So it sounds like it's fishing really hard. It's going to change, I know it is. It's not going to stay like this all day. It's coloured, the wind's blowing. I'm sure it's going to switch on to some extent anyway. I'm just going to really keep at it and just keep rotating these lines. I've ditched that skimmer line now, just fed it, left it, I've gone back out long now looking for a carp or an F1. We're at the halfway stage and just started to get a bit of a reaction on my skimmer line. No more carp, no more F1s. That wind's got up a little bit, but I think the time of day will help as well. I've got 2 skimmers now, and I've lost a big skimmer as well that I pulled out of, which never happens, but I've just hooked another one. I'm hoping this is going to get going now. Just keep putting these fish in the net and just catch whatever I can on this line. It sounds like it's still fishing hard. halfway through. I haven't had any more signs of Carp F1s or anything. I've gone back on the skimmer line and just had a couple of indications. Just had a small skimmer, then a slightly better skimmer. So I'm hoping this is going to get going now. The wind's got up a little bit, it's blowing left and in, so that might be helping. Time of day as well. I'm just going to keep going on this now, just see if I can put a run of skimmers together just to add to that big carp. Sounds like he's still fishing hard everywhere. Not much action for you, I'm afraid. There's 2 hours left. It's fishing really hard. Phil Briscoe's just been round, he's walked around the whole lake. Just saying, you know, the most he's heard of course, you know, 1 or 2 people's got 3 or 4 skimmers. Really fishing that difficult, but I've now got 4 skimmers as well as that big carp, and I've got a small F1 that big. I've had one of the fish on my short line, which is quite encouraging. I didn't expect to catch on that so soon, but I just tried it just to rest my longer skimmer line. I've just gone back on my longer skimmer line and I haven't had a sign. I'm really surprised. I thought I might have just nicked a quick fish after it's had that rest, but no, nothing. Not much of a pattern at all today. So there's 2 hours left. Hopefully these skimmer lines are going to get going and obviously give them some more weight before the end. To go. I didn't get anything on that last visit on my longest skimmer line, but I rested my short line, gone on it, didn't get anything for about 5 casts, so I cut right back on the feed and I got a bite just out of the blue when I've had an F1. It's got to be £4. I've gone in again and I've just had a skimmer or a bream £3, so that's £7 in 2 casts on this short line. Just under an hour and a half to go. Not getting any reports about how it's fishing elsewhere now, so I'm not going chasing carp now. I'm just going to try and catch what I can and just rotate between these 2 lines. Less than an hour to go. I haven't had any more fish, I haven't had any more signs whatsoever on either skimmer line. It's just gone dead. One of my right's just had 4 small skimmers, so there's still 1 or 2 feeding. He's not actually in my zone, he's the first peg in zone C going up towards peg 124, so I'm not too worried about that, but I'm just concerned I'm not getting any bites. Less than an hour to go. I've just fed a bit of bait on my short skimmer line. Hopefully some fish are going to come on that in that last hour. I've not heard anything from the rest of the section for the last 2.5 hours, so I've no idea what's been caught, if anything's been caught. I've no idea. So I'm just going to stick at what I'm doing. I've gone onto my longer skimmer line. Hopefully when I come short there's going to be some fish there waiting for me. There's 30 minutes to go. I haven't had any more fish, it's just completely gone dead. I've just gone back on my short line now. Last 30 minutes just to see if something's going to move in close. The bankside gossip is best in this zone, they reckon there's about 5 skimmers. And they reckon the top weight all along that other bank and along all the way around here is about 13 pound. They reckon that's Mark Bartlett. But as we all know, anglers don't always necessarily tell the truth. So this last 30 minutes, I'm just going to spend it short and just try and catch anything. Well, that's the end of that. It's absolutely freezing. I don't know, I think I've got 9 skimmers, 2 F1s. One of the F1s is only about 8 ounce, the other one's about 4 pound, and then I've obviously got that great big lump. But that's it. Alan's just had an F1, about 5 pound he says. He's admitting to 10 pound. But that's it. Everything else is just gossip. We've no idea. I haven't heard anything for the last 2.5 hours. If the rumours are right, hopefully I've done enough to qualify. But like I say, anything could happen. Anyone could have had a good last hour or snared a great big lump like I have. Who knows? So I'm going to get packed away before it goes dark and find out what the official result is.
Right, in third place, from bag 108 with £21.10 was Matt Snowden. Here. £175 for Matt here, he's cleared up. In second place, with £23.08 from peg 96, Kevin Hall.
He's come fourth for
£19 overall,
he's won it.
with £26.09 from peg 90, Jamie Harrison.
Well, I can't believe it, but that £26 odd that I've had has actually not only gone on to win the zone, but it's won the match. Never known Barston fish like that, but you know, we've got to give a huge thank you and respect to Phil Briscoe for just, you know, getting the match to go ahead, and Nigel and his team. They must have been out there over an hour in the boats breaking the ice just so it could go ahead. So massive thank you to them. So that's it. Booked a place in the final, and it's at Larford Lakes in March. Probably my favourite time of year there. I think it's about 2 weeks after the Silverfish Festival. It's been a testing day. We're just thawing out, aren't we?
Yes.
We've just had some fish and chips. So I'm about 40 miles away from Sheffield. So that's it. So it's great to start the year with a major final to look forward to, and it's not too far away either. So you know, I'll be keeping my eye on results and things there. So really, really pleased to be in it. Fantastic. So that's it. I'll be up against some of the biggest names in angling, and we'll all be fighting it out for £12,000. Can't wait.